What's up, and welcome to the Conjecturing Podcast. I'm your host, Laura, and joining me, we've got Rob.
What's up, everybody?
And Greg.
What's going on?
Hello, hello.
Happy
Wow, you guys
Friday.
are going to drop any kind of tidbit
what?
to feed me the movie? Or
Tidbits?
what?
Well,
Yeah.
I know it. Rob's chomping at the bit to say what he wanted to say for the last. So
Here it is.
I'm surprised you
No.
didn't jump in with what are you waiting for?
That's true. You should have said that. No. I mean, I'm dressed as Teddy. I'm dressed as Teddy from my background here. Got my blue shirt. Got my chain on. You know, I actually really like this
Nice.
guy. I really like this guy.
You're going back to the costumes. I dig it.
I guess. I mean, it's. Oh, we didn't say this. It's October. This is going to be an October episode.
Yay.
It's finally October. It's Halloween.
My
So,
birthday.
Yeah, Laura's
That's
birthday.
right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we had to get dressed up a little bit, I guess. You know?
Greg's like,
yeah.
oh shit, is it today?
Yeah.
It's like,
He had like a
happy
brief moment of
birthday.
panic.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
So what movie are we doing, Laura? What movie are we doing?
We are doing, oops, I went blurry. We are doing 2025s. I know what you did last summer. We did the OG,
Yep.
like way back in our early days.
Very,
Oh,
very
yeah.
much. Mm-hmm.
Do you guys remember my old costume? I had like the whole like
You were a
I had the
fisherman,
slicker. I was a fisherman. I had the hook. I
but
had,
with like toddler toys. You had like baby bath toys,
I
right?
had the crab. I think I had
Yeah.
a seahorse and the hat, like the fisherman's hat. I don't own one. I think what I did is I took like two caps and then I like put them in different directions.
Mm.
Oh my
The photo
god,
was in our archives somewhere.
that's
So
good.
far back. Yeah. Only in podcast feeds.
Right.
Well, I had a tiara back then. I didn't sport it tonight, but that is why I decided to have a croaker queen background.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Oh, look at this. Look at my background. It's the fisherman.
Surprised.
I think
Yeah.
We're just like we're reprising our old themes. This is
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
This-
fun tidbit about this movie is we saw it in theaters together. I think, is that our first time the
Oh,
three
I
of
think it
us
is.
saw a pod movie together in theaters?
Affirmative. It is.
Maybe. Shit. We've done separate ones. Like me and Greg have seen some.
hmm
I don't know if me and Laura have ever seen one, but
Or I've watched them with you guys, but not in the theaters.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, I know. It was cool. It was a while ago though. I mean, this movie came out a couple
Yeah.
months ago.
hmm
We just we saw it in theater and we were gonna record
July.
on it. Yeah, we were gonna record on it, but then Weapons came out and that was insane. So we wanted to talk about
that
that
was-
and
yeah.
Sinners and
Yeah.
it just kept getting pushed farther and farther back and we gotta talk about this. We gotta talk about this. And so now we finally got to the point where all right, we finally gotta do I Know What You Did Last Summer, the new one, because it's just it's been going on too long. We just want to talk.
Yeah,
about
I was
it.
like, I don't remember at all what you did last summer. It was like, wait, because honestly, it's in the
Yeah.
fall now.
We're almost
It was a
getting to the
season
point where it
ago.
was last summer. Yeah, we're getting to the point. Yeah.
I do not remember.
Yeah, but it was interesting watching in the theater with you guys.
That was my next question. I was like, Rob, how did you feel watching this movie in the theaters with Greg and I?
Well, I mean, to begin with, we walked in with a bag stuffed with pizza, which was
I
fun.
forgot about that.
me and Laura, we were there 30 minutes early before Greg showed up, and we were like, we're gonna be hungry in the movie. We need to get some food, but we didn't want to get movie food. And I was like, oh, there's a pizza place right in this center we go to, but they're not gonna let us walk in with 8 slices of pizza. What are we gonna do? And so we end up going to this random store, and I got this bag to put stuff in. So I started shoving the pizzas in this bag. All they're they were all so mangled. They were so mangled in the bag. And then we got in the theater, and I think one of you guys were like, I'm not even eating that pizza. It's so fucked up.
It was
I think
me.
one of them was
Yeah.
upside down.
Yeah, I
All
opened
cheese and toppings
Yeah.
melted off. It was just bread.
I opened half of them, and then all the toppings were to the top of the box and separate. And
Aw.
yeah, I was pretty much
But
just
you
eating a bowl of pasta over there. Yeah.
I feel like the food in the theater thing is it's almost like an urban legend. Remember when we were young and your parents would tell you not to turn on the light in the car while you're driving, and you get old and you're like, why did I listen to that? Right? I feel like you could walk in with a full course meal of Chinese food into a theater and they're not gonna care now. Do they really stop you?
Sometimes
Is that
they
a thing?
do.
Really? They're gonna turn you away because you've got a slice of pizza.
Yeah,
I don't know.
guess
I
it
think it's
depends
just
on
probably
the
not
person.
worth it.
It was more fun this way, sneaking it in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But then
it
it's so
was pretty
funny.
funny.
Like we snuck in pizza. I brought in, I think, a beer, like a drink for all of us. But then you guys went and got like popcorn and candy. So I
We still did it. Yeah, we just had it all. We had it all over there. Yeah, yeah.
I think
But
pizza does taste better when you're in the theater. Yeah, like you're right. When you have
yeah,
to sneak it in, like it kind of adds value to it. It's almost like
yeah,
contraband.
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. But getting back to like actually watching the movie with you guys, like, man, I don't know why I kept like looking
You
over
looked,
at you guys.
yeah, you looked annoyed. You looked annoyed for sure. That's why I kept like making my faces at Greg because I was like, I can't look at Rob anymore.
I don't
Wait,
know.
what was he
I
doing? I didn't see because Rob was up there, right to the left.
He was just like,
there was. I wasn't doing that. I wasn't doing that. I wasn't doing that. There was just like there was scenes where like I could just feel your guys like angst and like your guys like wanting to like laugh at scenes and dialogue. And so I would like look over at you guys and be like whispering to each other, fucking like laughing at each other. I'm like, God damn it.
there was only one scene I think where we actually did that.
Really? Oh wow.
Yeah.
it was Teddy and the statue. I already know it.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, good. We'll get
We'll
there. We'll
definitely
get there.
get there.
Yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there. We'll get there. Yeah, but it was fun watching with you guys in the theater. But I really walked out of the theater thinking like these guys fucking hate this movie, and we might be right. I don't know. We'll get into it. One of these guys might really hate this movie, but we'll see what happens. But it was interesting. It was interesting. Yeah, yeah.
Well, before we get there, we'll go through some quick movie information. So this was co-written and directed by Jennifer Caitlin Robinson. This was first gig for this chick. I cannot find much else. And then it was also co-written by another female, Leah McKendrick. She's done like a few things, but really just like not much. No, I mean, we'll see if we think that they did a good job. I mean, this is like a legacy sequel, so kind of a big deal. The cast is mostly unknown, I feel like. You got Madeline Klein playing Danica, Chase Wonders as Ava. I don't know. And then you got Tyreek Withers as Teddy. He recently was in Him, which we haven't talked about yet, but I'm sure
we got to talk about that movie. We got to talk about the movie. Yeah, another very divisive movie. Yeah,
for sure. Mm-hmm. And then Freddie Prinze Jr. came back as Ray, and Jennifer Love Hewitt as Julie James.
Yeah,
super exciting.
Julie back. Yeah,
there were some other cameos too, but I don't want to say it up front, or we'll get there when we get there.
Okay, all right, okay, cool.
Rob wants to just let it all out in the beginning before we get to it.
Look, so we have like we talked about like 45 minutes before we even jumped on about like how to structurally talk about this movie. We're gonna say right now, heavy spoilers, always. Because there is a huge twist at the end of this movie. My thing is like I want to talk about the twist now so we can like dissect each killing of like who's who. But Laura does not want to do that. So
even by saying who's who, you've like given up big.
No, it just means it's two people. Like there's two. Like I mean,
but it was never two people in these movies. That's a Scream thing.
Okay, all right. So I already ruined the spoiler. Yeah, sorry. Well, I said spoiler first, so sorry guys. I don't know.
All right, well let's get into it since Rob's.
Yeah. We'll figure it out.
Rob's ready to go. So film opens with I would say she's our main character, Ava, which is really weird because that's my daughter's name. But yeah, that's definitely made watching this movie a few times weird for me.
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
I'll say that. Yeah. Yeah, you don't hear that name in movies that often. Mm-hmm. Not a common name. Anyway. Yeah. So we got Ava. The beginning kicks off. She's going back to her old house. You can tell she hasn't been there in a while. And she's getting ready for the engagement party of her best friend. That's Danica, who is my favorite character, hands down. Her and Teddy steal the show of this movie, I think.
They're really entertaining, yeah. Mm-hmm.
They're so great. Mm-hmm. And she's like nervous about seeing her old high school boyfriend, Milo. So she manages to pick out the ugliest outfit I've ever seen in my life.
What
that
was
is
up with
absolutely
this outfit?
Absolutely.
She thought it was so
I'm
good.
I'm glad the three of us agree on this. She goes to like 4 different outfits and then she lands in this like green like
it was the worst one.
It was awful.
I mean,
and then like Danica's like, you look gorgeous. I'm like, what are you talking about?
You know.
I mean, we're not like young guys.
I
right?
know.
Like, so like maybe this is like a cool outfit for like what is now? Like what are they? Gen what? What are they now?
I think we're doing
alphas or something.
This is still Gen Z. Movie is still Gen Z.
Okay, Gen Z, I guess. Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, I thought the outfit was pretty like
It
weird
was
looking.
bad. But no, you're
Yeah.
right. I think up front, we probably struggled a lot with this movie because of
Oh, in the theater?
we're not Gen Z. Yeah, we're so a lot of the
Were
like
these
the
the
slang
scenes?
and lingo,
Yeah.
we were just like, oh.
Were you and Greg? This is when you guys were snickering at each other, and I was like getting upset and trying to punch you.
Yeah, maybe Greg, maybe we did do that in the beginning, just like because it was like slightly cringe in the beginning and like super cheesy. So at this party, it's the engagement party of Danica and Teddy. That's the guy from him.
Mhm.
That's how I'm going to be referring to him. This whole
The guy
time.
from him, yeah.
And he's loaded. He's like the son of a local real estate developer. And Ava's there, and then her ex Milo is there. Milo. Oh,
Milo.
God, here we go again.
Oh God, Laura, I have to tell you, I don't know if you watch any of the YouTube videos, but people comment on like you and like the way you say things.
Oh no!
Not like badly, not badly, but like I think it's honest. I think it's Kelly saying it, so she's like like joking around, but she'll be like, oh, here we go again, like talking about this. It's honestly been like 4 or 5
Like I did it one
episodes
time,
in a row.
and now I do it every single time.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'll be honest, Milo's wild.
Milo,
Like, no one's, that's never been pronounced that in the history of Milo. It's never.
There's so many Milas. It's so.
Oh, that's true.
I'm just going to call you Laura from now on. Can I do that?
It's Laura.
Oh, Laura.
That's
yes.
All right. So,
All right.
okay, we got the 4 friends. They're there. They have the engagement party. And then when they're done, they still want to hang out. And so they're like, oh, the fireworks are going. Let's go drive around to go look at them. And before they leave, they see their old friend that they've kind of lost touch with, Stevie. She's, I think she works for like the bar that's catering the event. And so she's there picking up the empty bottles.
Whose bar is this? No, I'm joking. All right.
Wow. Oh.
I'm not gonna do it.
So messed up.
All right. Keep going.
Anywho.
He's like, I'm not going to say the
camera
thing. I'm
angry.
just going to ask very suspicious questions.
Just making Laura angry right now.
You
All right.
are.
All right, keep going.
Oh, so it's really awkward with Stevie. She kind of mentions that her friends, like, she was going through a really hard time in her life and they kind of ditched her. But they're like, Stevie, we haven't seen you in so long. Like, let's go take a drive like old times. And she decides, all right, I'm going to do it. So the 5 of them are in the car. Yannika's driving because she's sober. And they're back on that same windy ass road in Southport.
It's the best place for fireworks. Best place for fireworks, apparently. So
fireworks.
You gotta drive up a windy hill to stand in the street. Yeah.
And Rob, do fireworks make you rock hard like they do Teddy?
Oh my God.
That was a pretty crazy scene, actually.
What do they call it? Reaper's Curve?
Reaper's Curve? I think
Hanging?
Reaper's Curve. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they're driving that, and Teddy is just so messed up. He's drunk and high. And so he like screams like, watch out, which makes Danica slam on the brakes.
Oh, yeah.
Just not to fuck with her. There's nothing there. So he's just kind of out of his mind. He ends up getting out of the car and like goofing off. And at first they're just like, there's no one else there. And they're kind of letting him do his thing. But then
he starts quoting like Nicole Kidman in the movie theater lines and shit. And
yeah, that was actually kind of funny.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. It's funny.
I don't remember that part.
You don't remember the part? Oh my goodness, how do you not? Wow, Laura, come on.
I think Ava comes in as like he calls him Nicole Kidman or something.
Yeah, she says yeah.
Oh
yeah.
I do remember that. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So a car starts coming. You see the lights. You can kind of hear it, and he's not moving. And eventually they're like, "All right, like car's coming. You got to get out of the road." And he's like, "Fuck that car! Like man versus machine. I'm gonna take that car." And of course the car like comes so fast, and they end up. Milo has to push him out of the way so he doesn't get hit. And so now they're all pissed. They're like over Teddy. He's being ridiculous. And right at that moment, another car comes super fast and
like swerves out of the way.
Swerves to miss Teddy and ends up going over the guardrail and like hanging off. It's like a pickup truck. So they're all freaking the fuck out. They kind of surround the truck. They see that there's a man in there super bloodied and hurt by this, but still alive. And so Teddy's kind of instructing them like, all right, everyone, like go to the back of the truck and pull it back. And they try to do that, but then the guy kind of startles and grabs Teddy's jacket.
Yeah.
Which was really funny. I watched this movie with my husband and he was like, oh, is he going to end up being the killer like in the original, but he'll like wear that floral jacket instead of like the fisherman outfit?
He's a
the
florist
floral
instead of a
killer.
fisherman.
Yeah, floral fisherman.
Instead of a hook, he just uses like roses and like thorns.
Yeah,
Wow,
Yeah.
that actually sounds pretty awesome. Actually,
Or like some like
right.
shears. It's just
Funny. Oh
that's
gosh. So
funny.
anyway, he like grabs the jacket off of Teddy. Teddy like slithers out of it, and then they all just lose the
Yeah.
truck. Greg's just losing. And it goes crashing down into the rock. So guy's dead. There's no way he made it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're all freaking out. They feel like this is their fault, and they are
They
like,
gotta
we got to
try-
call the cops. And
Mhm.
so I believe it's Milo who goes to call the cops. But now they're like, do we stay or
No, it was
do we
Teddy. It was
leave?
Teddy. It was Teddy.
Teddy's like, all right.
Well, Teddy and Danica like are having like a side conversation behind everybody's back,
Yeah.
and you can kind of hear whispers of like, "What are we gonna do?" And this and that. And he's like, "Okay, call him," you know. And then so like Teddy goes off and like makes a phone call, and then everybody else is kind of just like, "We gotta help him. We need to get down there." And Milo's like, "It's not even like feasible. Like we literally cannot even get down there. Like there's nothing we can do right now." And then Teddy comes back and he's like, "Okay, I called my dad. The cops are on their way. They say we need to go to the police station to give our statements."
Mhm.
You know, and then they still like, it's pretty much Ava and Stevie being like, we can't leave. We can't leave. We can't leave. And everybody else being
Right.
like, we need to leave.
Well, yeah, Milo was saying, he goes, "This is manslaughter," and like I'm like, "What are you talking about? Like,
I
how
know,
is it
it's like-
manslaughter?" Like,
I know. I
I
kind of
don't-
agree with you. Like, is it? I guess we could have a full-on conversation about this.
yeah, but yeah, like he was basically like, "Let's get out of here. Like, we don't
Right.
need to be a part of this." He's probably just panicking.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
Once they said like they want us to give a statement at the police station, Ava
Mhm.
and Stevie are like, all right, okay, we'll get in the
All
car
right,
and we'll
fine,
go.
let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep. So they're in the car, dead silent, and all of a sudden you can tell that they've taken a different turn. Like, you know, they're clearly not going to the police station
Mhm.
because both Ava and Stevie are like, what the fuck? Like, why aren't we going to the police station? And Danica's driving, and that's when you find out that Danica and Teddy kind of orchestrated this. They're like, look it, this is gonna fuck up all of our lives. Teddy's dad has handled it. The police went. It's just they're gonna make it look like we were never there. Like,
Yeah.
it's gonna get taken care of, but we were never there. And so then they're like, we got to make sure our story's right. And so they're like, we can never talk about this, yada yada. And so they all agree. Ava's definitely the most upset, though. I mean, she's just like
Yeah.
pretty pissed at them. And so after that, it shows you the 1 year later title
Mhm.
card. So it's been a year. You kind of pick up that they haven't really talked a lot to each other, especially Ava. She used to be best friends with Danica, and she hasn't really talked to her in a year.
She's getting her coos eaten out in the bathroom.
Yeah,
so
that's your
cool.
favorite word now.
That's
You
my-
love that word.
I told you guys after watching
Versus
Sinners.
Sinners.
I told you guys after watching Sinners. I've never heard it referred to as a coos, and I'm only gonna call it for a coos from now on. Ever. That's just what it's called now. It's a coos. Yeah.
Isn't that what it? Isn't that like the sleeve that you put a beer in? Isn't that what that's called?
It's a koozie. Koozie.
Oh, koozie. Okay, all right, my bad.
Yeah.
Close enough.
Leave off the Y, man. Leave off the Y. So.
Right.
Mhm.
Oh man, yeah. So she's hooking up on. I don't think she's on the airplane. I think they're like
I think in the bathroom.
They like
Mhm.
they landed. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. So she's hooking up with some chick, and then they're like in the bathroom, like cleaning up. And then the chick's like, "Oh, did I overhear you're going to Southport?" Or no, she goes, "Nice to meet you." Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Anyway, again, we're old. This is Gen Z. We don't get it.
Mhm.
And then Milo's on his way to pick up Ava.
Ava. Mhm.
And that's when she's like, oh, okay, I can like Uber to Southport. And that's when Tyler is the girl's name. She overhears and she's like, oh, I'm going to Southport. Like, give me a ride. So now she's third wheeling in the car. It's Milo driving Ava. And they've got tension. I mean, all this shit's gone down. Plus they're exes. So a lot of uncomfortable tension. And this Tyler chick is just something else. And she starts talking about like, I don't know what's going on here, but I find this really hot. And like, I haven't slept with a man in a long time, but like, I'm digging this vibe you guys have. And then she explains why she's there. And she's like, I'm in Southport because I have a podcast, Live, Laugh, Slaughter.
Mhm.
And she's there to talk about the original Southport massacre, which happened in 1997, which is, of course, the OG
Original
movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I don't know, they like drop her off or whatever. And now they go to a party, which looks like it's Danica's bridal shower.
Yeah.
So at this point,
Mm-hmm.
you don't really know much. You're just like, oh, at least for me, I was like, oh, maybe they, waited a year.
Yeah.
It's fine. Like, you can be engaged for a year. That's
Yeah.
great.
You killed somebody. You want to like maybe relax a bit. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like maybe they needed some time. So it's like her bridal shower. And she's opening presents. And then we learn that she's no longer engaged to Teddy. She's engaged to someone brand new who is Wyatt.
Yeah. It was like a pretty. Do you guys remember in the theater watching it? And the scene is like showing Danica's face. And then like somebody's like, oh, are you talking about me? And it just has like shoulders and pants. And then it like leans down and you're like, who the fuck is this guy?
I know, he like kisses her
Right.
and you're like, wait, what? That's not Teddy.
Yeah, right?
It to me, I thought it was like they they lost the actor and then they just like they didn't want to redo the scenes like Fresh Prince of Bel-Air Vivian when they just changed her out of no, and I was like, okay, I guess this is Teddy now. This is the new Teddy.
Yeah.
But
New Teddy.
there was a reason.
Well, it is the new Teddy for her.
Oh, basically, yeah.
Yep. So she's engaged to Wyatt now. It's a bridal shower. And so she's opening up all these presents, and you can tell that her and Stevie have gotten like really close over the last year too, since Ava and her haven't really been talking much. And she goes to open a single card, and she's like, "Oh, this is very minimalist chic or whatever." And then she opens it.
She gets the note.
Yeah, so she reads this note. Obviously, is freaked out. She's like, "Who the hell did this?" And everyone's like, "What are you talking about?" And so she kind of pulls like Ava and Milo and Stevie aside, and she's like, "All right, this is clearly Teddy. He's like pissed over our breakup." So they go to see Teddy, all the friends minus Danica, and he's living out on a boat like in the docks, and he's just wasted all the time. And so they show it to him, and he's like, not only was this not me, but I want nothing to fucking do with this, you guys. So it wasn't him. And so now we're to probably one of my most favorite scenes of this movie. And it's our first kill scene. And it's later that night, and we're at Danica and Wyatt's house. I don't know. She keeps finding these like really rich guys with these nice houses.
I wasn't sure. Was this his house or was this her
his
house? His
Yeah.
house? Oh shit! Wow.
Well, I mean, it was their house together, clearly.
Yeah, but I mean, I was wondering that because my thing was like, okay, Teddy's family was super rich, but they didn't get married, so she wouldn't have any like any of that money. So I'm like, is this her? Like,
I think
money?
it's Wyatt's house because he talks
wow.
about having like a crypto bank and all this crap.
Oh, that's true. Oh, good for her. Good for her. Yeah. Mhm.
So
Right.
she's really stressed out about the note, and so he tells her like, go relax or whatever. So she goes to take a bubble bath. Really cool scene where she drops like that red
Oh,
bath
yeah.
bomb in
I
his
liked
bath.
that actually.
I
That
love
was really
that.
cool.
That looks cool.
Especially
It's like
when
blood, yeah.
White was getting like mangled, then it cuts to her and she's like that red bath bomb is in there. That was a cool like transition.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was cool in this scene when Danica is like in the kitchen or like standing and looking out the window, and it's like the POV shooting through the window, like you're looking through somebody's eyes.
Yeah.
And I felt it very similar to the original Scream with Tori
yeah.
What's her name in the beginning?
Drew Barrymore.
Yeah, with Drew Barrymore in the beginning. Even like what she's wearing, like a white sweater. You know,
yeah.
like very similar. I feel like it has a huge inspiration for this little bit of a sequence here, I think.
Yeah. Although Danica was like in a bathing suit.
Yeah, but I mean top wise, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, just a really cool scene. So she's upstairs and has her headphones on listening to something. And just such a cool scene. So like Wyatt hears something, he goes over to, and it's all glass windows, like very much like the original Scream.
Yeah.
And the lights flicker on. And so he's like
the pool's lit up. Mhm.
pulls all up. Yeah, it's so, God, no wonder I love this scene. It really is just like Scream. And then the lights turn off and he's like, what the hell? And I think they go back on one more time. I can't remember, but something prompts him to turn around. He's like, okay, whatever.
Mhm.
And then right as he turned around, we hear that noise of something. And we look down. And what is it called again? It's a
Harpoon gun.
harpoon gun.
Spear
has
gun,
on,
yeah.
like through his chest.
Mhm.
Like, oh my God. So he's getting pulled by this thing. And such a cool shot of like out of the darkness. Actually, I think this is great.
Yeah.
Maybe your background too, but out of the darkness comes just like the OG looking, I know what you did last summer, fisherman in his slicker.
Mhm.
Just looking really fucking scary. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks really good.
Cool.
I think they definitely upgraded the slicker. It looks way more textile.
Yeah.
Like I feel like the old one in the original is very just like flat black. like it's just flat black. This one feels like it has like a leathery, like almost like a materialish to it. So it has a little bit of texture to it, I think was really cool. And also like the sound design is really good in this movie. Like the boots walking in, you can hear like a boot stamp, but then it's like the rubber stretching on like the foot was really good. That was like a really cool sound.
I think like, also like just introing, what are we calling him? The fisherman? Like this is I think it's like the perfect intro. If you're gonna intro like a bad guy, the killer, it's gotta like be you can't just like make him do any old kill. Like, okay, you're straight up like harpooning a guy through glass. Like the glass will not defend you. It's this dude who's like pretty like fit in shape, looks like this is my house, this is my domain, I'm the alpha. It takes him out and like it gets him like through the backyard. Like it completely smashes through like every sense of vulnerability like you have. Like that's how you intro your bad guy in the beginning. I thought this was pretty good. This is actually see this background? I actually like screenshotted that while I was watching it.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's how I got that in there. I was like, dude, this is it.
Yeah.
That's cool.
It was so good.
Yeah, super good first kill, like brutally like bloody too.
Yeah, super brutal because he gets him through the chest, comes out, and I think he gets him like through the abdomen.
Gets him again, yeah.
And then after that, he pulls out his hook. So now we got the hook back, and I think just like slashes him through his throat or somewhere in there. And so here comes Danica. She's feeling so relaxed from her bath. And the fisherman has put on like wedding bell music. And so she's like, it's giving nuptials. And she comes downstairs. But now she's like, where the hell is Wyatt? Like, this is kind of creepy now. And as she comes walking into that room, not only does she see him dead, and now he's like got the harpoon gun like through his chin.
It's like propping up his face and head and body.
Propping him up. But it shows written in blood. So Greg, we'll see how you feel about this. There's a lot of this in this movie, actually.
Yeah. Right.
Yes, you can't erase the past. Greg, how'd you feel about that?
That's a good one.
Honestly, like even in the theaters, I was like, that's okay with me. Like I've actually learned. I've told myself whenever I see like blood painted, like there's full on sentences like on walls 10 feet high. Like that used to bother me because like I have this thing where like I have to visualize everything. Like the things that I don't see, my brain goes crazy trying to fill it in. So like while everyone's watching the next scene, my brain is still stuck on trying to think about the things that it didn't see in the last scene. So like I used to always think, I think we saw this in what was that movie? You're Next or whatever, or like it's always like blood, like in like perfect handwriting. Like, is the killer taking out a paintbrush, dipping it? Who knows? But like I've learned that like it got to be too much that I just have to let it go, suspend my disbelief.
Yeah.
So like it didn't bother me here. Actually, I was like, all right, cool.
Okay, so they're at the police station now, and everyone's there. Teddy's even back there being really nice to Danica. She's fully in shock, and so they get back to her house, and they're just kind of like, okay, we got this note, like this happened. They're starting to talk about it and just trying to figure out like who is hunting them. And so they start talking about, who the guy was that they quote unquote killed the summer before.
Sam Cooper?
Yeah, Sam Cooper. And so they all kind of talked about how, he didn't have any family, didn't leave anyone behind. So there wasn't really anything there. And so they don't think it could be him or anyone related to him. And then Ava remembers that Tyler, the girl she met, had been like obsessed with the massacre and how many similarities there were there. And so all her friends are like, oh my God, it's got to be her. And she's like, no, that seems impossible. But she agrees to meet with her. And so I think that takes us to the next scene now. Like she meets up with Tyler the next day. And Tyler's like, all right, I'm going to give you a tour of like some of the murder places from the original.
This is a cool like little scene though, because it goes over like the original movie a bit. It's Tyler saying like, oh, this is what happened in 1997, like, and it shows like news clippings of like Ray and everybody and like Helen and like all of them and like the murders. And I thought that was kind of cool, and then she says like, oh, this real estate developer bought this area and it's what's his name's dad. And I thought that was kind of cool, like giving that little bit of history for, I mean, if there's somebody out there that saw this movie that didn't see the original, I guess, then that's cool for them. But I thought it was cool. Yeah.
I really like it too. You guys know I'm big on nostalgia. And so even if a movie ends up shitting the bed. Like if I loved the original and you give me that nostalgia, you're not shoving it in my face in every single scene, but it just feels like I'm getting enough of it throughout, which I think I did in this movie. I love that, because when the movie first started, it didn't fully feel like I Know What You Did Last Summer movie. But then it got there. Like once they got on the road, the same road, and then now, like, obviously, with like all the little Easter eggs that starts to get sprinkled through, I really do like that. Yeah, so she takes her to Bayside House, and that was where the fisherman had killed Helen Shivers, which is Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Yeah, I like that scene where the Tyler is like, "This is where the brutalest murder happened," and then she like turns around and rips open her shirt, and it's Helen like on her shirt and everything, and she's like, "Did you make that?" She's like, "Yeah, I stole it on my Etsy store." It was like, I don't know, that the Tyler girl was like funny to me in points. Like, maybe it's just so over the top and shit, but she has some pretty funny lines. But yeah, I like that scene though.
Yeah, for sure. It quickly goes awry though because the fisherman appears.
Shows up.
Yeah, Rob's trying to figure out who this fisherman is at this point. So he attacks them both. He traps Ava in like a weird cage thing.
Yeah, it's like a giant bird cage. Yeah.
That's weird.
I think it was meant to look to like make you think it was like like those giant cages
like a crab cage?
Like
a crab cage?
Yeah, they catch the crabs in.
Oh, okay.
On like Deadliest Catch.
Oh, okay.
But it literally looked like a giant Tweety bird cage. So I don't know if
Yeah. I should say that before the fisherman got there though, like Tyler was being so weird that Ava had texted the group and been like, "Hey, someone get over here." Tyler's kind of sketch. So Stevie appears really quickly after this, and we find out it's because Ava like texted the group. So she's kind of like banging on the door trying to get in.
We do have to say there's a funny scene with the Tyler girl where like the cage falls on Ava, and I think they see the fisherman up on the balcony, and Tyler is like, "Who's that?" And then Ava's like, "You got to get out of here!" And then so like the guy starts like chasing her, and then Tyler like runs off, and she's like, "I hate it here." Yeah. And it's like the way she said it was fucking funny. I don't know if it's supposed to be funny, but I fucking laughed. Just the way she said it was hilarious.
She's pretty funny. Or earlier too, when she's looking at like Southport and it looks so beautiful, she's like, "It's so beautiful here. Like I hate it," or something.
Yeah, like I want to die or something like that.
I want to die. Yeah. Of course, Rob knows every word to this movie. Memorized the script.
Get it right, Laura.
I just remembered a couple. Yeah.
All right. So the fisherman's after Tyler now, and he does end up killing her. And we get one of those scenes where she like rips his, like hat off. And she goes, "You." So now we're like,
she knows.
It's someone she recognizes. That really narrows down our suspects, guys. Like,
or does it?
Or the thing is too is that it's because she's like the true crime podcaster, she could be calling back to someone that she knows from the earlier killings too, not just someone she just met. So then it just almost like it makes it. I think that kind of like effectively does two things. It makes you go, "Oh, it's someone that we've just met in this movie," or it could be a cameo waiting to happen.
Yeah. The only people you think about in that moment is Milo, because she was in the car with Milo, and then somebody from the past. That's the only people it could possibly be. Which, right? I feel like through the
did she not meet any of the other friends at that point?
She didn't meet anybody. Mm-mm.
Oh, I did not realize that actually.
Yeah. Oh man, okay. Greg's like that.
It was, I would say, probably not a good idea for them to have that happen so early on in the movie.
Yeah, I mean,
in theaters, my brain was like, "Okay, all right," like I was already going for it at that point.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like the first third of this movie, you're really supposed to think it's Milo. So like this is, I think it's really like pushing it hard, being like, "Oh, it must be Milo."
I never thought it was him.
I was thinking Teddy.
But she didn't meet Teddy yet. Oh, but you just realized that now. So that's
just because he was like the only one separated from the group, and he kind of had a reason to like hate them after the year of being separate, because they were like they ostracized him, and like his his girl like left him. So I don't know, and he was kind of a very compelling character, but like at this point, they're playing the whodunit game like pretty hard. Literally everybody, the mayor, like the postman, like the lady on the street walking the dog, everyone's a suspect at this point.
Yeah. So the what do we call them? The Slicker
Fisherman.
killer? What is it? Fisherman? Yeah, he fucking gets away. But right before he does get away, Ava did cut his arm. So we do have to
Yes.
say that she sliced his arm with a knife. So like that does
Right.
come back later on. Who? I don't know. But
Wait,
we'll
wait,
see.
slice the fisherman or fisherwoman? Or you said slice his
person.
arm.
Fisher person.
Fisher person.
Fisher
Fisher
people.
Price.
Fisher people.
Yes.
I'm not going to say any of that. I'm just going to say fisherman. I'm sorry.
Fisher individual.
Sorry.
Yeah.
The
Whatever
fish-
that
the
says
fisher,
about
the
me,
fisher.
I'm sorry.
Just the
Yeah.
fisher.
Yeah.
All right, so he kills Tyler. He
Yeah.
ends up
It's like hanging her.
hanging her by her
Yeah.
neck.
Wait, he or she? Come on. Let's
He or
be
she,
consistent
they, I don't know, okay?
Who? Yeah. Mhm. Mhm. Yeah, she dies. She dies. She's hung. Hmm.
The city of Southport hosts a town hall meeting because everyone is freaking the fuck out about all of these murders. And Grant, that is Teddy's dad, he's very close with the police. And they're just trying to cover it up. They're trying to say that the Tyler chick, it's like unrelated
Like
to
committed
anything that happened in the
suicide.
past.
Mhm.
Yeah, she like committed suicide because she was super obsessed with all the murders. And so, I mean, Ava and all her friends are obviously pissed. And among
Wait, can you hold on? Can you hold on 1 second?
Yeah.
Because this is like kind of important to me. Like,
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out what is like, his skin in the game. Like, he's like a real estate agent, right? So he just wants to downplay like the violence, increase
Yeah.
property values, and just be like, everything's fine here. Like, move here, spend your money here,
Picture
buy
perfect
here, live
town.
here.
No,
And so
he's
he's
not.
trying to be.
He's
Isn't he the
not.
guy?
He's not a real estate agent. Like he owns the city.
yeah.
Like he's a
Oh, he owned the
developer.
city. Oh,
Like
he's a
Right.
developer.
he like built everything. So he's not like
Okay.
he's like I feel like it's bigger than an agent. Like he's
Yeah.
like I don't know what you
like a
call it.
tycoon. Like a tycoon.
I guess,
He's-
yeah, yeah. So
Yeah.
he,
Okay.
To me, that would make him like he owns the city. Like he's not like I guess probably
Alright.
not technically the mayor, but like he owns the city. He owns all the fucking land.
Okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
They're
All
like
right.
so like his skin in the game is like he wants like they said he wants to make this the South what is it South Beach or something like that or the Hamptons of the South.
Yes.
So it's just trying to make more money off this property because after '97 they say the property like plummeted. Nobody wanted to live there because of
Right.
the killings.
Mm,
So that's why
gotcha.
he came in and bought everything. And like Teddy says that one scene, like he scrubbed the internet. So nobody really remembers any of this happened.
Roger that. Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
And that's the perfect moment for guess who to walk into the town hall but Ray, Freddie Prinze Jr.
Yeah.
He comes in looking real old Freddie.
He
Prinze.
fucking,
Oh.
you know what's funny? Like fucking, he looked just like Dewey in the new fucking Scream movie. Like they look identical. Like both like gray
Yeah.
beard, like
Yeah.
dark, like they look exactly the same. It's fucking crazy.
Yep. Yeah, so he walks in and he's all pissed off too, and he's basically blaming them for like what we said, like you've tried to erase everything that's happened, like you can't erase the history.
Mhm.
Yeah. I really want to ask, like, what did you guys think at this point when he showed up? Because at this point we didn't know he was going to be in the movie. They didn't like we knew Jennifer Love Hewitt was going to be in the movie,
Mhm.
but we didn't really know he was. At least I didn't.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember if I knew or didn't know, but I was happy to see him. I thought it was
Yeah.
cool to see him. I mean, honestly, before we watched this in the theater, I had watched the first two I Know What You Did Last Summer movies again because I hadn't watched them in
Mhm.
so long, and
Yeah.
like they're both great. I love both of them. So like seeing him again, I was like super super happy, being like, oh sweet Ray, you know, like
Yeah.
he's awesome in these first two movies, and so I was excited to see him back, you know.
Yeah, like whenever I see a cameo, like I always want to give it a fair chance because it's like a lot of these movies they can rely heavily on like nostalgia, like the characters that come back, the same places, the tropes. But like in my mind, I'm always thinking like at what point does like the homage become you're just like copying it, right? So like when you're like, oh, wink, wink, like let's bring back this guy or this girl. It's like, okay, like show me that they're going to be meaningful and significant and not just like a nostalgic crutch, right?
Mhm.
So it's like I guess like I'm always like open-minded and I want to see like, okay, like cool, I'm glad you brought this actor or actress back, like make them earn it. Like don't make it cheap, like make them earn it, make them a part. Don't be like, I mean, you can't do that with every character, but like with an actor as big as FPJ, like I mean, show me the money, right? And like he kind of came out swinging, like, and he like
Oh, yeah.
he stood up sort of like you can't like erase the past. You're trying to like cover it up, and like the whole town was listening to him, and
Mhm.
he was kind of like going against what's his face's dad, Teddy's dad, and yeah, I thought he came in pretty strong. I was like, okay, cool, like let's see it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and
Mhm.
I think right after this scene, we also get a scene where we see that he has a bar. He's like still local to Southport, Ray's bar. And that he's Stevie's boss. This is where this guy, we get a scene where we see
Yeah.
that they work together. And it was funny because at first in the theater, I actually thought that maybe he was her dad. I was like, oh shit, that's like
Yeah,
his
I thought
daughter.
Mhm.
I thought so too. Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, but then he makes a comment like, I always promised your dad I'd take care of you. So you just know that they're
Mhm.
really close.
Yeah.
And they work together. And in the next scene, we see Ava driving to confront Julie James, Jennifer Love Hewitt.
Mhm.
So she shows up where she works. She lives like 45 minutes out of town. And she's a professor in college. Really cool opening scene for her because it's like a sharp cut to her screaming.
Mhm.
Like kind of a jump scare almost if you're not
Oh,
expecting
right.
it.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, and she's teaching like a college course on trauma and like what it does to your brain. And so really fitting for her and everything she's been through.
Yeah.
And so Ava tells her what's been going on. And at first she's like, this does not involve me. Like, you're joking, get away from me kind of thing. But then she realizes that Ava's like really asking for help. And so she gives her a lot of advice. She's
Did you-
like,
I wanted to ask though, did you guys think it was cheesy with the whole like she pretty much Ava is like, this is what's happening to us. We're being hunted by a guy with a hook. I know this happened to you back in '97. And she's like, we got this letter. And then they go to Jennifer Love Hewitt's character and she's like, I just have one question for you.
yeah.
What did you do last summer? Did you guys think that was like cheesy?
Yeah,
Like looking
very
at Greg
Cheesy as
mostly.
fuck.
Yeah. but like I agree, but I liked it though. I kind of like, sometimes I like the cheese. I don't know.
Jennifer Love Hewitt specifically has a lot of the like cheesy throwback lines or
lines.
like catchphrases. And I would say 50% of them worked for me. I was like, yeah, fuck yeah, especially towards the end. And the other 50% was just like, oh.
This one, Laura, work or not work?
Yeah.
Oh no. Dang, that sucks.
Well, the
though.
thing is like they set them up like dad jokes, like pun. Like look, I love a good dad
Yeah.
joke. I love a good like double entendre. But then like when it's set up just to be like, I'm gonna say this thing, and like the reaction I want is for all of you guys to roll your eyes. Like that's, I'm like, oh come on. I think the camera even zoomed in a little bit when she said
Oh
that.
yeah,
I was like,
100%,
Oh, yeah, it
100%,
did.
ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was cheesy, but I fucking liked it. I was like, oh, that's
I almost
fucking
wonder
cool.
if it would have maybe been better if she would just said the question, like without being like, if she were like, hey, like tell me what you did like what did you do a year, or just say it a different way.
No
What happened
cheese,
a
no
year?
cheese then?
What happened a year ago? No cheese. Yeah.
I don't know. I was eating a cheese pizza, so I was pretty stoked. I was like getting all the cheese. Yeah. You guys didn't eat 18 of those slices I brought in, so I got to eat them all
Oh, I
myself,
ate
so.
just bread and red sauce because there was
Oh,
nothing
that's
left
good.
on my pizza.
I had all the cheese on mine for that scene. I was like, yes, more cheese. Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah. So Julie James, she invites Ava back to her house and, just trying to give her advice on like what to do, saying like, it's someone close to you. This is personal to them, giving her that advice. And then Ava also sees that she's got a photo
Oh,
of
that
just,
iconic photo. Yeah.
yeah, the
Mhm.
iconic photo of
It's like
like
them.
Sarah Michelle Gellar and
Freddie Prinze. Or Ryan Phillippe.
no.
Ryan Phillippe.
Ryan Phillippe.
Yeah.
And then you
And then
see
her.
that Ray, Freddie Prinze put
Yeah,
out.
it's good. I noticed that too. I was like, oh shit, fucking wait a second. There was 4 people in that picture.
Right.
Yeah,
but then
that's
it's great
funny.
because then Ava's like, oh, you were married to Ray. And then she's like, unfortunately. So now we know that they were like
Yeah.
married and got divorced.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they seem like they like full on hate each other, which I was kind of sad about. I was like, oh. I mean, it ended up working, I think, in this movie, but at first I was like, oh, that's sad.
Yeah, we'll get to it towards the end of this movie, what I thought my first viewing, and then what I feel now about the movie. But yeah, first viewing was completely different emotions through a lot of what's going on with this stuff. But yeah.
So with Julie's advice, they decide to follow the lead of like really looking into Sam and how he's connected to all of this. And so I think it's like Ava and Milo and Stevie go to an impound lot. And they're looking for Sam's truck to get information on it.
See who the owner was.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because I didn't mention this, but at the town hall, one of the ways that Grant and the cops are also spinning what happened to Sam a year ago is that he had stolen the vehicle.
Yeah, he was a druggie and stole it. Yeah.
Yeah. So they're trying to get information on, who the vehicle belonged to, all of that. And they find out that the truck belonged to a local pastor who we've met, I think we met him at the town hall, named Judah. And so now we kind of have a new lead to follow.
By the way, if you're a pastor and your name's Judah, just go ahead and change your name.
I know.
It's just too close, guys.
Actually, yeah, why?
Why? You can change it. You can change it.
Oh, no. That's hilarious. Oh, man.
Yeah. So is this when they go to confront, or they go to look at the church, right?
No, before they go to the church, I think it's the cemetery scene.
Oh, that's right. They split up. It was Milo and Ava and Stevie go to the truck place, and Danica and Teddy go to the cemetery. Yeah. The cemetery sequence is a cool sequence.
Yeah. Do you want to? Does anyone else want to? I feel like I'm talking this whole movie.
No, you can do it, Laura. You're having fun. Yeah, go for it. Yeah. No, they go. Pretty much they go to the cemetery. Why do they go to the cemetery exactly? Because they want to look at Sam Cooper.
Yeah, it's weird. She's just I want to go see how Sam and the 1997 is related. Because he's buried there. I don't know.
Yeah, I know. Now that I think about it, I'm like, wait, why are they actually going there? But whatever. So they're walking through the cemetery. It's her and Teddy, and they see Helen Shiver's grave. They see a couple other people's grave. I think from the first movie that died. I think it might have been the sister, right? Because her sister died in the first movie. And then there's the picture of her, when she has the crown on and everything, the Croaker Queen. And Danica has the funny line, oh, she's a Croaker Queen like me. Danica, like you said, Laura, she is my favorite character in this movie.
She's my favorite character.
I don't know if it's.
Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I don't know if it's the ditziness of her character and it's lovable. Yeah. You know what I mean? And it's I don't know. You you just I don't know. You want to root for her, and she's ditzy and funny, and just the funny things she says. I don't know. I liked her character. Greg is smiling he fucking.
I know, Greg. I looked right at you, and I was he's struggling with this right now.
Wow!
But before
Greg
says anything,
wow!
I agree. I mean, yes, she's ditzy, but there is something so lovable about her because she's so innocent, and you can tell she's such a good person. Such a good person. And I think in the very beginning, I was this chick's dying immediately. And as the movie went on, I was just no, don't die. I was really rooting for her. So Greg, you did not feel the same way.
Hold on. I don't understand, okay, her fiance, or rather her husband, I forgot. Who's the guy?
She didn't actually marry
Wyatt. Yeah, she didn't marry anybody yet, but fiance.
All right. So, marriage situation aside, he gets brutally murdered in the worst way, and I think
she moves on too quickly, man.
Yeah, I think we're meant to overlook this. I think there's a moment where she's does this make me a widow? And then Ava's yeah, but you're a hot widow. And she's the hot is implied. Okay, there's a joke there. They're trying to be funny, but it's your boyfriend was just harpooned in your house, and his blood was Picassoed on the wall, and then about 10 hours later, you're talking about being a hot widow. Weird, bro. Weird.
Yeah, they do have the one scene too in the beginning where she's oh, it's that meme, somebody dies and you still do your skincare routine. She's it's true, I did do it.
It's true. Yeah, she's and I did do it. I did put my lotion on.
Wait, that scene actually felt really real to me. I actually really liked that because
that didn't bother me.
I don't know. As someone who's been through intense grief, it is true how you're immediately supposed to go back to living your life, and so it's do I or do I not?
Yeah.
And it's something as simple. Plus, how she delivers that when she's that thing about if you do your skincare, she is clearly grieving.
Yeah. I can see that. I agree with that, actually. Yeah.
I agree. I don't remember what we were talking about before we went off on the Danica.
We were just talking about
cemetery.
Oh, we were at the cemetery. Yeah.
Cemetery. Yeah. So cemetery. So, they're there, and she sees that someone put fresh flowers on Sam Cooper's grave, I believe, right?
Yeah.
So she's which is actually pretty smart for little old Danica. Let's give her
Mhm.
some credit for that one, right?
Mhm.
And so she finds the groundskeeper and she's like, hey, can you? Oh, and then she also sees that there's cameras there. She's like,
Yeah.
all of a sudden,
Okay, all right. Now she's
wait
starting to step
for it.
up. That's
Yeah,
true.
yeah.
I
And
forgot
so
about that.
she's like, can we get some of the footage from the cameras? And so
Wait, can
now,
we talk about like the groundskeeper at the cemetery though? Like
yeah,
his look was like
He was funky looking.
who's this in disguise? Because like this guy had like the fakest like wig and fakest like facial hair I've ever seen in my life. I was expecting him to like rip off his face and it was like Ryan Phillippe or something like that because it looked like a fake like prosthetic face he was wearing. It
yeah.
was so weird.
Maybe
Yeah.
it was with the
But-
next scene.
Oh, that's true. I don't know. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah. So what happens in Laura?
Yeah, so he's looking at the cameras, and then right away, this guy's getting murdered, and here comes
Mhm.
Fisherman and just like slices him with his hook.
Mm-hmm.
And so after that, I guess
Teddy's
a long
going.
time has
Well, because yeah, a
passed.
long time has passed
Yeah.
now, and then pretty much Teddy is like, he's not coming back. Like,
Right.
he's not coming back,
Yeah.
and she's like, well, maybe there was a lot of footage to look at, and he's
Yeah.
like, okay, I'll go check to see what's going on. So Teddy
He
leaves,
leaves. Yeah.
and then like there's a
Wait,
funny
don't forget before
yeah,
he leaves.
yeah, before he
walks
leaves.
past.
two young kids like mourning at a grave, and he's like, "Oh man, you guys got any like extra beers?" He's like, "Oh
Right.
no, don't worry about it, don't worry about it." Yeah,
Like, sorry for your
funny.
loss. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, sorry for your loss.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, never mind, all good, all good.
I thought that was like a perfect like Teddy line. Like like this character, this guy would totally do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be funny if to learn like that was just an improv. Like he just said that as an actor. Like that's funny.
But I agree with you, Greg. Like, Teddy has the same thing for me that I think Danica has too. Like, these should be flaws, and they usually are, but there's something endearing about him. Both of them. Just
Mhm.
like, I'm rooting for these two more than I am Ava and
Ava
and
Milo?
Yeah, me too.
Milo.
It's
Right.
it's the it's like the charismaticness of as an actor. Like some
Yeah.
actors and they just like they're stars for the camera. Like the camera just like draws to them and like people watch it and they're like you root for them more just because of like their personality they give off as they act. And that's
Yeah.
what it is. Like Milo's
I agree
kind of
with
just like
that.
Milo the actor and the character. I mean, I don't know, I haven't seen him in anything else, but he's just kind of like stiff as a board. Like
Right.
just kind of
yeah.
like like that. And Ava like is fine. But like, yeah, these two are just very like relatable and lovable.
Mhm. Yeah.
So I think that's just what it is. Yes. Yeah. So
Anyway,
Danica.
I think we could probably talk an hour about these two.
Yeah, I
soon.
know.
I'll go
yeah.
back.
Yeah.
I'll go
So
back.
Danica's left alone. She's left
Yep.
alone now in the cemetery.
Yep. And she sees the fisherman and starts to get chased by him.
Mhm.
So really cool scene. He essentially like chases her into the building and this is my screen background, where they've
Mhm.
got the croaker
Mhm.
queen like clamshell. I think
Mhm.
it's like the float.
Yeah.
And so really cool scene. Like she's hiding from him, hides in the parade float, but he catches her. And so he's got her actually in the clamshell and hits her head.
Like
and he ends
smashes
up,
her head. Yeah.
yeah,
Mhm.
smashes it really bad. So she's kind of like blurry vision, like she's not fighting back at this point. And he's about to kill her. And she even says something like, I'm so sorry.
I'm
like
sorry,
I
yeah.
didn't mean to. But before he can kill her, Teddy tackles him.
Yeah. It goes
Doesn't he
flying
say
out.
something really funny like, yeah, motherfucker? Like,
Yeah. He's like, yeah.
something great. I don't
What
know.
does he say? He's like, yeah, don't come back, bitch, or something like that. Yeah. Something like that. Yeah. Typical
Grant is
like
just
bro.
shaking his head like so mad right now.
He didn't tackle him. He just ran and
He
pushed him away, and then he lost track of him. I'm like, dude,
That's
like
true.
finish the job, man. And then he gets like yelling, like, yeah, you run away. I'm like, dude.
Yeah.
I feel like that's what I would have done, Greg. I don't know why this isn't relatable to you. You wouldn't have done that, Greg. You wouldn't have been like, "Fuck you, asshole."
I don't know. I mean, it's a killer, It's crazy. I mean, like to give him credit, he did prioritize Danica's well-being. Like he stopped to make sure that she was okay.
Yeah, that's what he looked
before
away.
he looked. Like that's probably why he lost
Mhm.
track. I'm like,
Yeah.
that's actually pretty admirable. So
It's
I'll
like,
give him
nope,
the part of
I'm
that.
getting the job done. I'll deal with you later.
Greg's like, "Fuck you." That's
Well,
funny.
like I don't know. I just It's a
Greg isn't
kill,
feeling
dude.
it.
Okay, let's take a step back. Let's put together the pieces for you. The people who have died at the hands of this killer have been strung up, by their bodies and hung. They've had their guts spilled out. They've been harpooned. They've had the blood on the wall. And you know what? Honestly, God bless Teddy. If he's too dumb to like realize that he's being attacked by like the most dangerous person in history,
Yeah.
then go for it, dude. Like, and I think he was even at the end. Well, we're not there yet, but like he's pretty bold to just like go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Greg, I love everything about what just happened right now. It really brought me joy.
That's funny.
Oh, okay. So Teddy,
Nice.
he brings Danica back to his house. Now they're at his rich ass house. She's always at some rich house. I never know whose house it is.
Yeah. I guess Teddy's house, yeah.
And so she's recovering. I think Teddy's mom gives her a Xanax, so she's all loopy. And Milo and Ava are there too. And so she's like, I want everyone to sleep here. We have like
Stevie. Remember, Stevie's there too. Stevie's there in the beginning too. But
why do I keep forgetting about Stevie?
Where was Stevie in the house?
She was in the room with them. They're all standing there talking, and then Stevie's like, "Oh, I gotta get back to the bar."
That's the thing. She always has to like go to work with at the bar with Ray. So, so it's just Milo and Ava now, and this scene pisses me off because now they're gonna try to hook up, and it's like, I don't know, Greg. This reminds me of something you said once upon a time in one of our the Halloween episode, Halloween 3, of like, this is the perfect time to hook up. Really? Like, are we just really feeling it? Everyone's been hunted and almost murdered, and like, nope, we're gonna.
Right. I definitely said this in Crawl too. Like, the water's rising, you have gators around you, and you're gonna stop and like reflect on life. Like, yeah, time and place.
I don't know. So don't you want to like relieve some like tension, relieve some stress? This might be your last night alive. Like, you want to get one off, right?
No, but you can tell that they're just going at it. It's funny, like you assume they're all out of college, right?
Oh yeah, I feel like they're like 25. Like,
I don't know. I actually, one of my pet peeves is that like outside of like the super rich kids, we don't know what the fuck these kids do. They never have to be in class or like at their job. They're just like doing whatever all the time. I don't know.
Well, here's the other thing is like, the other thing too is like, there's also like a subtext in this scene where she's like, choke me,
well,
like
that's
harm me.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, like, is it not the case, like psychologically, that you do that when you generally like feel safe to be dangerous? And like, you know what I mean? Like, if you actually feel like your life is at risk, are you even like anywhere near that territory?
No,
I don't know.
I feel like this is like her thing though, because like in the beginning when she was hooking up with the chick in like the bathroom, she was like harder.
Yeah.
And then now with Milo, she's like, choke me. And then she says like, punish
this
me.
This is
like,
how I
deserve.
Like process.
Is that how she copes with it?
She's like, I deserve to be punished. Like, yeah, she's so guilt ridden.
So she's like
everything that
masochist,
happened.
basically.
Yeah, she just wants to be punished. And this is how she takes it out, I guess, like this. Yeah. But
this
Milo
is stupid and
gross.
gross.
Yeah, Milo is like, wait a second, what the fuck is going on right now? Like, he's like, I need a break. Yeah.
Yeah, but this just takes me back to my point. Like, when I look at them, I'm like, these just remind me of high school kids. This is how a high school child would react, I feel like. So
yeah,
really dumb. So he freaks out, rightfully so, and needs to like go outside to get some fresh air. He wants to go to his car to get his charger, but he gets locked out. Like the doors don't open again for him.
So this scene coming up is one of the scenes where I looked at you guys and I feel like you guys were fucking like laughing. So when Milo gets in the car, like I said, up to this point, you're supposed to believe to me that Milo is possibly one of like the main killers, like to me. So he gets in the car and he sits in his car. He's like I said, he's supposed to be getting his charger, and he's like he's looking straight forward, and he's kind of like what does he say? He says like
Joker,
huh?
He says
no,
Joker.
it's before that though. It's before that though, because he's like, what are you doing? He says, what are you doing? Like very straight faced, and at this point. To me, you're supposed to think he's talking to somebody in the car, like another.
That's what I thought.
A killer. So this is why, like, to me, you're like, at this point, you're supposed to think he's the killer, and he's talking about, maybe the murder. He's like, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" But then it goes into the funniness of like, he goes like, "Yeah, you could choke her. You could choke." And the way he says it, like, for a guy through most of this movie is, like I said, very like straight laced, like bored, like not a lot of emotion. And
Yeah.
in this scene where he says like you could choke her, and the way his like face like does like a little goofy like smirk, I like looked at you guys being like, oh fuck, this is not a good take. Like I wish they would have done another take. And I saw like you guys were like laughing and shit or looking at each other.
I'm not surprised. Yeah.
I actually like now I kind of go back and like I like the idea that they because I
You
think
like
they
this, Greg, and you don't like Danica
Well,
and Teddy.
No, I don't like what he said there, but I like the setup of like because like if you remember the camera kind of pans to where
Yeah.
he's on the side and like there's like the darkness of the back seat next
Yeah.
to him centered in the
Yeah.
frame.
Like somebody
So you
could be
go,
there.
oh,
Yeah.
someone could be there, and he's
Yeah.
talking to them, and he's conspiring with them to kill the rest of
Yeah.
them. And then when they switched it, like that is kind of a cool like red herring. I like that.
Hmm.
But the actual like dialogue of him being like, you could choke her, like the
Oh,
way he
that's-
fucking says
oh.
it.
Greg's like, I was ignoring the dialogue.
Yeah,
Greg, I think I saw Greg. He puts in some pizza slices in his ears and shit. He was not trying to listen to these parts. Yeah.
Well, the weird thing is this about Milo right now. Like so, Ava is clearly supposed to be the main character of this movie, right? Generally speaking, like this kind of reminds me of like in Scream, like
Yeah, the boyfriend.
what's his name?
Yeah.
The main boyfriend should
Billy
kind of
Loomis,
be
yeah.
like he should be like the secondary. It's not like he should be the secondary character, but because he's the prime suspect, he should be so upfront in the movie
Yeah.
to where it's like you should feel like anxiety about him. Like Milo was like the farthest backseat character this entire thing.
I agree.
And the way that he goes
Yeah.
out, I'm like, why was he even here?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he has the scene. Yeah, he does this fucking stupid take where he's like, "You could choke her," and then he fucking gets out of the car. He locks it back up, and then like the door,
Says that.
the door won't open. The
Right.
door like won't open, so he has to go to the side. So he's at the room they were in, but the curtains are shut, and he's like, Ava, and then like he's about to like almost like tap on the glass, and then like really quickly like a rope goes up around his neck, and somebody's choking him from behind.
Yeah.
And it's what do we call him? The Slicker Man? What do we call him? Fisher.
The Fisher. The Fisher.
Every time you ask.
Slickerman. It's
Slickerman.
getting worse every time. It's getting worse.
Slickerman.
Slicker Man. Yeah, just like strangles him. Just like strangles him with the rope. He's trying to fight him off. He's like throwing elbows and stuff like this.
Yeah.
We might get into it later. Who this could be, could not be. I don't know yet. But
Let's
Yeah.
be real. Milo's not taking anyone down. Like, no.
I don't know.
He was
kinda
very much
scrawny.
Milo in that moment, right?
He was a Milo.
He's
Yeah.
pretty scrawny. He's kind of scrawny though. So yeah. And then all you see is like all you see next, I believe, is like his body in the back seat of the car, and then the car is like driving away, and then Ava like opens the
Yeah.
blinds, and like nobody's there, of course.
Right.
And then she texts him like, I'm sorry, what happened, and then you see the phone, his body in the back seat, somebody's driving, the phone goes off, and then you see like a hand reach for the phone, and then Ava gets a text saying like, I just need
I
some
need some
time or
space.
something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So I think after this scene, we are back at Julie James's house. And so she's like home alone that night.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And, I do like this. Like, you could tell she's feeling anxiety. She's like taking deep breaths. She's like hearing voices or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then really cool scene. It's not that long, but she hears noises and goes and checks one side of her house.
The back
but
door.
Then
Mhm.
the back door.
Oh yeah.
But then, of course, it's Julie James. Like, she's a badass now, and she's not going to let anything happen. So she's got all sorts of security systems, and her phone or something goes off and says like motion detected at the front door.
Mm-hmm.
So now you're
For
like,
whatever reason, this was like the scariest part for me. I don't know why.
yeah, it was
Whoa.
Like
scary.
motion detected
Yeah.
back patio, and then she goes back there. I think like part of it is she's giving off these like Laurie Strode like vibes in the Halloween where she's like, I've gone through the mess, like I'm like boarded up, I got security systems, like I'm badass, like no one's getting within like 50 yards of me. And then when you get like the alarm going off in the back patio and then like on the front porch, it sort of feels like when like animals are testing the like in Jurassic Park,
okay.
they're testing the security system and you
Yeah.
can't see them and it just feels like it's closing in on you. Like I thought that was really cool. They use technology to do that because like this probably I don't think it was a thing like back in the 90s. So this was like a way of like modernizing it. So I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but who is it? Who is it, Laura?
Well, yeah, and then you quickly see her make a face when she sees who it is, like,
She's like,
and
fuck.
so yeah. So it's Ray. Ray just showed up unannounced. They clearly are not happy to see each other. And he confronts her and is just mad that, Julie told Ava to like look into the killer and like confront them and essentially
Right.
just try to like take it down by herself with her friends.
Exactly.
And yeah, and you think his side is that like he just doesn't want these kids to get hurt, especially Stevie, who now you know he's close to.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And so the
It makes
next
a good
day,
case too, because like there's like a double deflection. First he goes, "I'm just looking out for you," and then she quickly teases it out of him like what his
yeah, yeah,
real motives are. So then it's like there's a double, like the second deflection is like, "I'm looking out for these kids." Then you're really like, okay, he's doing the right thing here in your
Yeah.
mind.
right.
Mm-hmm.
But you could tell he still hates her though.
Yeah, right.
So the next scene, I think, is the next day when they finally go to the church. And it's Danica and Ava this time who go to the church. And when they first get there, there's a girl like cleaning the windows who clearly like volunteers at the church. And it's a character named Hannah who we didn't talk about, but this girl, we saw her in the very beginning of the movie with Stevie. Yeah, she was the one that when Stevie was picking up the empty bottles, she worked with her. And so they recognize her right away. They're like, oh yeah, she was with Stevie. And so, you know, they're there and Danica says, I have to go use your bathroom. But it's a ploy because she just wants to go kind of find out what she can find out. And so she runs into Judah's like private room and instantly finds like a book on his desk where it's almost like a journal.
Yeah.
And there's photos of Sam Cooper like with Judah and like hugging and like angel wings. So now we're like, oh my God, they were close. They were really close. So Pastor Judah is now really rising on the suspect list, like having major motive. But of course, Judah like comes in and is talking to Ava and is about to go into his office to find a book on grief, I think, for her or something. And so Ava's trying to warn Danica that he's coming. And so she hides in like a closet. I was kind of scared in that scene. Yeah, I don't know, any scene where someone has to like hide in the closet and someone like walks in and like looks directly at you, like you're the camera. I don't know. Kind of freaked me out.
Yeah.
You just scared me.
But anyway, he was kind of weird looking. Judah was kind of weird looking.
Yeah, he's kind of a weird guy.
It seemed like she was like hiding in like one of those like confessional rooms, right? Where like you can see one way out, but you can't see in. Was that?
I think
it was just a closet. I don't think he'd have a confession in his like room.
Yeah,
you never know.
This guy's kind of sus, so I guess so.
Yeah, he seems really sus. Yeah. So she ends up getting out, but they are like convinced it's him now. So the two girls go straight to the police station. And they're telling the cop, like, it's definitely Judah. And they're telling everything why. And the cop's like, oh, wow, this is like really concerning. Like, stay here. We're going to get right on this. He ends up locking them in the room. He goes and calls Grant, you know, Teddy's dad. And he even says, like, just keep them there overnight. Like, they're hysterical. Don't listen to anything, basically. So they're locked in this room. And I guess which one happens first, the dream or the Teddy scene?
I think Teddy happens first, I think, right?
I think it might be the dream, actually.
Is it the dream that happens first?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean they're like
it doesn't matter. Things are starting to happen fast and furious.
Yeah.
So Danica falls asleep and she wakes up, or so we think, and is hearing her name being whispered. And right away, I don't know about you guys, but like, I knew it was my girl SMG right away. Like just the voice.
Oh, you do?
I was like, oh shit, it's her. And so we get an amazing cameo. This is a true
sequence. This is a cool sequence, yeah.
Yeah, it's but it's a dream sequence, you know, we know right away. It's Sarah Michelle Gellar back as Helen Shivers in her whole like Croaker Queen getup. And what she basically just like tells Danica, like, you know, you did something bad and like now you have to die and pay for it. And you know, she looks so beautiful and just like looks like she hasn't aged at all. And then all of a sudden her face just starts to crumble into like gray, like almost skeleton looking. So really, really cool scene. It's quick.
It was a cool creative way to get her in this movie.
Yeah.
Of being like a character that
true.
Died. You know, because I remember hearing that she was coming back to do this. You know, like, you know, Freddie Prinze is in it, and like, you didn't know, Laura? You didn't know she was?
I didn't know she was going to be in it. Yeah,
I think I heard she was going to be in it, and I kept thinking like, oh wow, how are they going to do this? But the way they did it was really cool. And it didn't feel cheesy at all. It felt like it fit in the movie, like a dream sequence. That's
Yeah.
why they
Yeah.
had that scene where she like hits her head and gets like a concussion, so like she can have like this like her brain is kind of being
Oh
crazy right now.
Oh, I did not piece that together.
I didn't either.
I feel like that's
Nice.
why they did that. That's why they did it, so they
Yeah.
can like have this little sequence. But yeah, like I said, she looked awesome. She looked awesome in the scene. Like she had some
Yeah.
good, funny lines about like, you know, like, oh, I don't even remember what year that was. And she's like, don't even say it. I don't want to date I don't want to date
age me.
myself. And you know,
Yeah.
like, yeah, she had some good lines in there. I thought it was pretty
Yeah.
good. Yeah, she was
Yeah.
great. She was great in her little
She
scene.
said something too, like something along the lines of like "put respect on my name" or something like that. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
or like the one and only, you know, like one of those kind of things. It's like I like the
Yeah.
attitude. That's cool.
Mhm. Yeah, it was very similar to like, you know, the whole like cheesiness of like, I know what you did last summer, like Jennifer Love Hewitt's intro, and then she had this intro. But I guess I mean to me they both worked. I like both, but I guess for this,
Oh,
one
this
worked
one was really
completely for you guys. So
cool.
yeah,
This was cool.
it was a cool sequence. It was a cool sequence.
She was like
yeah.
holding the hook and just like
Yeah.
pretty
Mhm.
sinister in her
Yeah.
delivery. Yeah,
Mhm. She was great.
I really
Mhm.
liked it.
Yeah.
But then Danica like wakes up obviously, and she's like, "Oh my god, I had the most fucked up nightmare."
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now we get the Teddy scene, and the scene. I want Greg to describe this scene. Greg, you got to do it. You got to do it.
All right. Well, so Teddy is obviously as oblivious as, you know, a sheep with half a brain eating grass in a dirt field. He's in the sauna, and my God. So he's in the sauna, right? Or what do you call it? A steam room?
Yeah.
Whatever. And he sees the writing. There's like writing on the wall, like it's like written in like someone's finger in the steam that says like "You're next." He looks at it, just completely like a placid bovine, just walks right out to the patio, just sits down and has like a beer. I'm like, I don't know about you guys, but like in the theater, I was like, did we flip the scenes? Did he just walk outside and sit down after seeing a sign that said "You're next" and just start drinking a beer?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so he goes
like he's nervous. He's like kind of fidgety, looking around.
Yeah,
He's
but
just an my camera's being weird. I think he's just an alcoholic, and he's like, okay, like I'm a badass. I'm just gonna look over my shoulder one or two more extra times.
like give him credit. He doesn't like they play him as he has no fear. So okay,
Yeah.
cool. And then he's just sitting on this outdoor patio. He glances into like I think it's whose house is this, or is
This
he
is his
the
house. This is his
Yeah.
house.
This is his house. Okay.
Yeah.
Glances in the house, and you see probably like 50 or 60 feet away down the hall a silhouette. And it's like clearly like backlit. You can see the silhouette. So it's like, oh, something's there. But then he stands up and starts walking into the house toward it down this like very narrow hallway. And it becomes very apparent that like just based on the shape of it and the fact that it's fixed, it's not going anywhere or attacking him. It's just a statue.
Yeah.
A statue of what? I don't know. It's just a decorative statue.
Mm-hmm.
But like there's something like about this whole like he gets close to the statue. Something about the shot is just is so off. The composition of it is so weird. He walks toward the statue and like the way that the camera POV is it's clearly the killer standing behind the statue.
No,
It's
in front
not
of the
like-
statue. Actually,
Oh,
in
right.
front of the statue,
Right.
which
It's even
which
worse.
makes it
That's
worse.
even worse.
Yeah, which makes it worse.
He's standing in front of the statue, and it's like we see the killer standing there, clear as day. He's not even camouflaged. Like, and so Teddy goes up to it, and I think he like hits a switch or he does something, and like the camera that's shooting this scene has not moved. And then he walks to the end. Then he kind of like does like a U-turn, and he starts walking away silently. And then suddenly the music picks up, the tension, and then the killer stabs him. It's the wonkiest shot in the entire movie. Like, so I think like I thought I had to pause like in my brain and think about like what was wrong with the shot. And I think what was wrong was we see the killer, we see the fisherman right away when the new cut is like up close to him in front of the statue. So it's like the tension is diffused right there because it's like there's the killer, and then like he like and then Teddy walks into the shot. He walks past, and then he walks past again. By the time he's like gone through the second pass, that tension, that moment is over. The killer could have actually just. In fact, why didn't he just stab him right away?
Yeah.
Like he could have done that. the whole thing is so weird, and it wasn't like he was well hidden. The lighting was such that it was just
Yeah.
clearly two individual. It was him and the statue,
It was
and it felt
uh,
bizarre. It felt bizarre. It felt like, yeah, this is like, yeah, I don't know what to say. And like, I feel like Laura, you were there. I don't know. I
yeah,
was
so this is
laughing.
definitely probably one of Rob's biggest gripes because I vividly remember this part of the movie. Greg and I, in perfect unison, physically reacted the same way in theater. We both were like arms
Like,
up,
what the fuck?
up to our ears, like what the actual fuck? Like he's right there.
Mhm.
Right,
It.
right.
There's no way in any shot that Teddy could have missed this.
No, and
So
there's
why are
no
you
amount of
making us
inebriation that would make me miss the
Mhm.
killer standing in broad daylight in front of me right
like
there.
we are being gaslit right now? This
We're
is
being
not
gaslit. Right.
this is not right. So yeah, at this point, Greg and I just start hysterically laughing because we're like,
Mhm.
well, this is the dumbest thing I've ever fucking seen in my life.
It's also the way that it's paced. It's like silent. He walks to it, and then he walks back, and then the music picks up, and it's like Shiv. Like it's so weird. Like anyone,
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
you've seen this, even if you haven't seen it, just go back to this one scene and feel how awkward this is. It's so
Yeah.
awkwardly shot.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I mean, it wasn't as I wasn't as bad as you guys, where I was like throwing up my arms and like falling out of my chair and shit. But like, I definitely agree. Like, my thing, like after talking about it, like after we first watched it, was like, why wasn't he behind the statue? Like, why is he in front of the statue? Like,
It's
why
actually
didn't
worse.
why
Right.
didn't he hide behind the statue? Like, that would make the most sense. Like, how do you think you're the killer and being like, I'm gonna stand in front of the thing instead of behind it? Like, I don't. It was just odd, that thing.
Well,
Not
and it's
good,
just
not good.
sad because now our boy Teddy, like, this is it for him. So he gets stabbed a bunch of times.
He's fighting back though. He's like beating
He
the shit out of
is.
this person.
Yeah.
Well, which is good because I mean that was the whole point is that he's got like this like brute strength, right?
Yeah, he's like pushing him against the wall. He's like, "Yeah, motherfucker, you like that?" He's like talking shit again. You know.
And he's getting stabbed a lot and is still like,
oh yeah. Mhm.
Yeah.
he's really hanging on. And so at
I
one
do
point,
like
he's
the
like,
I do like the shot where like Teddy is like pushes him against the wall and like the person falls down and he's like talking shit over him, and then it has like the shot of like a POV look, like the killer looking up at Teddy, and Teddy like spits blood like at
oh,
the camera.
yeah,
That's a cool
yeah.
shot, because then it's like
That was a
all
cool
like
shot.
that. I was like, oh, that's a cool shot. Yeah,
Yeah.
but Teddy gets tore up. Yeah.
Teddy gets tore up. He kind of crawls out and he can see his mom on the phone, like a few stories up in the house. And he's like, he says, like, Mom.
Did you
know,
guys did you guys get like a Scream feeling from this?
Yes,
when,
a
like
lot of times in
Yeah,
this
when
movie.
she's getting
absolutely.
like murdered in the beginning of Scream, and like
Yeah.
her parents are like right there, like it's so
Yeah.
close, right?
Yeah.
The way he's like crawling on the ground and shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But, I think like the killer rings the doorbell to the
Mhm.
house. Grant's inside, like drinking and like smoking a cigar
Yeah.
or something.
Just
like that.
just to being a douche.
Um,
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah. And so he ends up going out to see what's going on and like sees his son. I don't know if Teddy's already dead or like dying.
He's dying. Yeah.
dying.
Mhm.
So he
Yeah.
goes over to like embrace him, and he's freaking out. And then here comes the fisherman, and he gets them both, right? Like
Yeah,
or
right.
Teddy dies in his arms.
Yeah, it dies in
and
his arms. Yeah.
He,
And
I
then
think,
Grant gets it
same
right through the
thing,
neck.
like, yeah,
Mhm.
right through the neck.
yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah,
really
super
gory
graphic.
scene.
Yeah, like they
Close-up
do like
shot.
slow mo of like it coming out on both sides and like
Yeah.
the blood, and yeah, really cool.
I looked
scene, yeah.
away in my rewatch. I was like, no.
Oh really? Oh wow.
Yeah.
I was pausing it. Yeah.
Yeah. So goodbye, Teddy.
licking
I was
my
really
lips.
sad.
Yeah.
But this
both
also
did.
takes out Grant. None of us have really mentioned this, but like he was kind of a contender for being a possibility for.
Oh, the dad.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, all right. He was.
I
wasn't
didn't
not-
think
he wasn't
that,
a
but I
top.
think he was up
But
there.
yeah, he was a possibility. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, just because he was nefarious in general. So if like
Yeah.
it made me wonder if he wasn't the killer, he could have been behind it somehow, influencing the killer. But then like
Mhm.
probably not at this point.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So now it flashes back to the police station, and there's a lot of like
Everybody's
activity.
freaking out, yeah.
Everyone's freaking out. And so a cop opens the door to Danica and Ava's room and says, like, you guys are free to go. We gotta go. So they go racing out to follow them and see what's going on. And they go to where are they?
I think it's the pier. It looks like it's the pier of the dock.
They're here. they show up to the pier where you see both Teddy and Grant's bodies are like hung upside down. So he
Ooh, yeah, that was
definitely has his
gnarly.
own style.
Yeah,
for sure.
the dad,
Yeah.
like Teddy is like just upside down, kind of just like
Yeah.
hanging upside down, which is like brutal enough. But the dad is like, fuck, man. The dad, like his legs are like contorted different, and then I think he has like a fish hook in his mouth, like
Yeah.
pulling him up.
It looks like
Man.
what a fish would look like.
Yeah, the dad one was
Mm.
fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're like hysterical. And then I think Stevie shows up too. And like the three of them are just like
Yeah,
hysterical.
Danica just like screams. Yeah,
I mean, yeah. I mean, poor Danica now. Like, man.
I know, man.
Nah, she'll be okay the next day. She'll be okay.
She'll meet some
Oh.
rando. Yeah, she'll meet some rando. She's like, that graveyard
Yeah.
guy was pretty attractive.
Yeah. Oh my God. No. You're crazy.
Yeah, no, he was great. That guy was crazy.
Oh, and then I think they also see, this is where they see Milo's car.
Oh yeah, they're like,
And they're like,
oh no,
oh,
yeah.
They open it up and he's in the back seat.
yeah.
Yeah, I think isn't this like when Ray runs out and he's like, "You guys got to get out of town. You got to get out of here." And then
Yes,
they're
take
like,
my
"Oh yeah,
boat.
yeah." And then they're like, "Oh wait, there's Milo's car. We got to get Milo." And so they run over to the car and open the door, and he's like fucking white as fuck.
He's a corpse.
would
Yeah.
he be like that white? It's been like a certain amount of
Yeah.
time. I don't know, but dude, his body looked fucked. It looked like ET from when he was like laying in the valley and
Yeah.
shit.
It did.
That shit was nasty.
He looked
I was "Ugh."
like he had just seen Samara from The Ring. Like, you know, like in The Ring, anytime you'd seen
Mhm.
that, then
Oh,
like
yeah.
the body gets all like white and like grotesque and just
Yeah.
pale.
Right.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, so you're right. So Ray's like, you guys got to go now, immediately. Like,
Mhm.
you know, we think Ray's helping them out. And so the three girls get on Ray's boat.
It's not. No, they get on
Um,
Teddy's boat. Teddy's boat.
Oh, Teddy's boat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because this is the fancy boat.
Right.
This is the nice
Oh,
boat.
right.
Mhm.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
they,
And then,
they just steal a boat. Yeah, they stole
yeah,
Teddy's
basically
boat.
tell them to like get the hell out of Southport,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
And then right after that happens, you see the police show up to the church because at this point now they're like, oh my God, it's Judah. Judah's
Oh
doing
yeah.
Pastor
Mhm.
Judah. So they go to arrest
Mhm.
Judah, and another like crazy, like pretty gory scene where when they all bust in, it just looks like he's praying. Like you
Yeah,
see
from the back.
of him.
Mhm.
And then it has this really cool shot where it kind of goes over him.
Yeah, it goes like yeah. Mhm.
And like comes back down around, and we see that his eyes have been like just
Gouged
Ooh,
out.
yeah,
I don't
gouged
know.
out.
Probably hooked out. I don't know. Hook went in
hooked
his
out,
eye. I don't
maybe.
know. Yeah.
And it's another one of those. Why can't I think of what this is called now?
Oh,
Another one of those
the
guns.
harpoon gun.
Yes, thank
Mhm.
you. The harpoon, and it's got his hands in like a praying.
Yeah, like holding him up. Yeah. Mhm.
Right. Right.
That was really creepy.
Yeah. Yeah, so the girls are out on the boat. They're like going, it's Danica and Stevie kind of sitting there like in the little like, I don't know, like, I don't know what you call it, whatever, the little area where they sit. They're like, and they're pretty much, there's like kind of a funny scene where she's like, oh, how are you doing? And Ava's like, bad. And she's like, what about you? And Danica's like, bad. And like, I would have to say like the Danica chick, like her acting in that scene, like her eyes look gone.
Yeah.
Like she looks so beaten
Torn up.
up. Yeah, but it's like there's certain scenes in this where like yeah she's ditzy for most of this movie and it's endearing and cute, but like in this scene alone, I watched it being like oh wow like she's actually a really good actress
Yeah, she's a good
to
actor.
pull off
Mhm,
like
I
that
agree.
like nothingness in your face where you're just like bad.
Yeah.
I really like that scene. Yeah. So they're sitting
Oh wait,
there.
before you missed
Oh wait,
very
there's
important-
more.
Yeah, you missed something. Haha! I get to do it to you, Rob. You missed something very
I don't think
important.
so yet. Are you talking about back at the church?
Yes.
I think they're sitting there and then they hear the anchor drop and they're like, wow, why did the anchor drop? Then I thought it cuts back to the church before they have the reveal. But
Okay.
either way, yeah, it goes back to the church and you can go for it, Laura.
So the police, they look on
Mm.
like a wall that has a photo, and you see Judah and like a bunch of people like hugging, and it's Judah and it's Sam Cooper and it's Stevie.
Stevie,
Mhm.
what's the connection?
Yeah. So now we go right back to the boat. You're right.
Mhm.
And so it's Stevie is on this boat with Ava and Danica, and
Yeah.
the two girls hear the anchor
Mhm.
drop.
And then
And so
the slicker man comes out and you see some Chuck Taylors in the bottom. So you know it's
Oh right, yeah, right.
it's Stevie,
Yeah.
I think, and it
Yeah.
starts attacking Ava, right? Starts attacking Ava.
Yeah. Starts attacking both of them. I mean, she takes her.
She just takes it right off. She just takes her
Takes
hood
it
right off.
She has actually. I felt like she had some decent like Scream 4 Jill vibes.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah,
she played crazy pretty well in the very short amount of time we had.
I didn't fully care for her like psycho at the end.
Mm-hmm.
To me, it felt a little too much like what's the one with Pacey from Dawson's Creek?
What are you?
Oh, Urban Legend?
Yeah, you know when she goes crazy in Urban Legend at the
Yeah.
end, and it's like she goes to 1,000 and she's like, ah, like that.
Yeah.
There's the one scene where she's like, I'm psycho, you know, and Stevie does it, and I'm just like, ooh, that was like a little too far for me. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't hate it, but I didn't like love it.
I think this is the first time. I mean, granted, I understand that this was like a cheesy movie, but this was the first time where the women are all that's left at the end.
Mm-hmm.
That never fucking happens.
Yeah, that's true. Mm-hmm.
I mean, I know there's a final girl, but like all
Yeah.
three major female characters are still standing.
Mm-hmm.
Granted, one of them's the killer now. And I like that they kind of threw that in and played off that. Like, oh, don't calling a woman crazy, like, you know,
Yeah.
how dare you?
Mhm.
I
Yeah,
don't
what
know.
did you think about?
like,
Because she was like, you're crazy, and it's like, oh, like you can't say that. You can't call a woman crazy. And it's like, I'm being independent, and I'm like being a servant. I'm doing what I want to do. You're gonna like knock on that, like, and
I
they,
mean, she's full of
it
shit.
was
but
almost
it's
like
hilarious.
infighting,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like it's dumb and she's full of shit, but I thought it was funny.
So like you said, Laura, yeah, she has Danica on the bow.
Yeah. And so Ray comes and he's like confronted Stevie and he's like, you know, don't do this. And he's holding like a gun, you know, to her.
Mm-hmm.
And he ends up shooting her and she falls
Yeah.
into the water. So
Mhm.
from all we know at this point, Stevie's gone over and Ray's kind of saved the day.
And
Oh, but she
Danica goes
does-
over too.
And Danica goes over
yeah.
too. Like she
Mhm.
really gets her good. Like,
Right in the stomach.
So she,
like,
she
yeah.
gets shot like in her body, and she
Stevie?
flips over the railing into the water. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
let's keep that in mind, please.
Going.
Well, we don't-
I
we
see
don't-
where
that
this
in
is
mind.
going.
Well, all we know is Ray shot twice and she fell in the water. We didn't see blood. We didn't see a hit. So that's all I'm gonna say.
We're so funny. We're still trying to keep this a secret. Okay. So anyway, Ray brings Ava back to Southport, and it's just the two of them. They're in his bar, and she leaves Julie a message. And we listen to the message, like Julie listening to it, and she's basically like, "It was Stevie this whole time. I don't understand how she could have done this alone."
Mm-hmm.
And you know, Julie, I think she realizes, like, yeah, that's insane. There's no way she could have done that alone. And so she gets on the computer and she sees that like Ray and Stevie knew each other. Like, she like pulls up a picture of them together, but that's enough for Julie to be like, I think Ray is fucking behind this.
Or at least something. Yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
Right.
Yep.
Mhm.
So she, so that's when we, as the audience, are like, oh shit, it's Ray. Like, we're just taking Julie's word for it, right?
Mhm.
At least
Yeah.
I was like, oh yeah, shit, that's Ray.
Mhm.
So then it goes back to where they are, and does he offer Ava his sweater? I think she's cold.
Yeah, something like that. I forget. He's like, "Are you okay?" And she's like, "Yeah, whatever." And yeah, something like that. Yeah, like, are you cold? And he takes off his jacket, and then
Takes it off.
You
and
see that he has like a bandage on his arm, where
Right.
like she cut the killer in the beginning with the knife.
And she has that flashback, like remembers that exact spot where she got him. And so now she's like, oh shit, I think Ray's involved. And so she's like, okay, like, I think I gotta go. And he immediately turns around and is like, yeah, I can't let you do that because you figured out that it's me. So it's kind of,
Yeah,
I guess it was kind of.
is this when he like comes walking out with the hook? He comes walking out with it.
Does he come walking out with it? I'm already forgetting now. Then
I forget. But yeah, they start to fight.
yeah, they start to fight. Okay, so now we know that it was two killers. It was Stevie and Ray. And Rob, this whole movie wanted to talk about like who. It's like what we do with every Scream movie. He wants to be like, which one was the killer in all these scenes? I mean, I think it was Ray in all of them, but Um,
My thing is like I feel like it is Ray in most of them. The only one I think could have been Stevie is the Milo killing. Just because I watched it a couple times and that killer looks very slender compared to the other ones, which are like bulkier. So, and that's the one where like Milo doesn't do too much. There's a couple like back elbows that she could probably fend off, and then she just has to like hold the rope around his neck. Like,
yeah.
that's the only one where I'm like maybe. The other ones I don't know if it's possible. Like like fighting Teddy, I don't think be able to do that. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, but I don't know. Yeah. And that's the thing we want to get into the discussion of like who knew what. Like it's kind of confusing. Of are they working together this whole time? Like were
Yeah.
they both doing separate missions and killings and didn't talk to each other until later? Like it's kind of confusing a bit.
Because
Yeah.
they never present us with a moment of closure. They don't ever talk about it. Be like, you did that, or we did this. It was never we never
Right.
got
Yeah,
that.
even at the end on the boat when Ray is like holding the gun to her, he's like, "Why didn't you come to me? Like we could have like figured this out." Almost being like, "Why didn't you tell me you're killing people because I was killing people? Like why didn't we?"
No, I don't
Unless
think.
that was just like he was playing it up for Ava then, I guess, because Ava's standing
Because
there.
here's the thing. I guess I should have finished the scene before we got into this deep
Oh, okay, all
conversation.
right,
But
sorry.
like the two things that we learn in the scene with the Ray reveal is that he his whole motive is that he has trauma, and unfortunately this is how the trauma is manifesting in him, and he is so upset about like the history being erased and like
Okay.
him being erased, and so he's trying to like teach a lesson. Plus he loves Stevie, he's like trying to care for her, and he feels like these friends are just pieces of shit, so he's like has no problem killing them and all of that.
Wait,
But
can we hold on? That's I gotta we gotta flag that.
yeah.
If that's his motive, which he clearly stated, right? He
Mhm.
doesn't want to be erased, and like I get that. Like he went through a traumatic event, and I see the parallels to like psychological principles, which is like when we have trauma within us and we want to if we suppress it, then it just goes into dark places. We want to let it out. We want it to be
Yeah.
acknowledged, confirmed, right? Okay, why is he killing these kids? Like, are they the one? They're not the ones that are hiding the past. It's
Well,
the
it's
townspeople
multiple
that are.
purpose. He's avenging Stevie and like what's been happening with her. Like he feels like these friends are terrible. And also like they did something, like in his mind, they're the reason that a man was killed. But also he's recreating 1997. He's like bringing his past into the future
Because he wants
and
everybody
trying
to
to
remember,
recreate
right?
it. Yeah, he wants everyone to remember.
Yeah.
But the other information we get, which is brief and has its own problems, is that she says like you killed your own partner. I'm pretty sure she uses the word partner, and he goes,
Yeah.
"Did
Yeah.
I?" So in
Yeah.
that moment, to me, that's all I needed to be like, "Oh, okay, they were working together, and oh, maybe Stevie's not dead." Yeah, I
Uh,
mean, it's
yeah.
very
Or
fast and
maybe he killed
lazy.
her, but he didn't think of her as his partner.
There's a third partner. Oh, you're right. No,
No,
I
what I
don't know.
mean is
I'm just
like
joking around.
say you're him and you're
It's a
committing
cemetery guy. Cemetery guy did it.
Wait. No, you guys don't know. They were working together. You know
No, they
why?
were. They were.
He also has the line to Ava,
He says
Stevie
Stevie came to
said
me. Yeah.
we should
Yeah.
spare you, Ava, because you actually wanted to do the right thing and like call the cops right away.
Yeah, he says the line, he says like Stevie came to me and like
Yeah.
told me what happened and like we decided to like do this.
Yeah.
But it's like I said, there's still like multiple scenes that happened before this when you like rewatch and look back where you're like, why are they having conversations like they don't know anything? It's the only
I
two
know.
people
Just the
like
two of
in
them
there.
together.
Like,
Yeah.
and I get they don't want to like reveal it at that point, but then like why are you even like having that scene? Like it's like them two like, loading up the truck and talking about stuff and I'm like it's just there's certain scenes that just they're like plot hole-ish, like being like
They
why are
are.
they talking that they don't know what's happening when they do. That's why I was confused to be like, do they not know each other were killing certain people? Like it's kind of confusing at
No, I think
points.
it's a plot hole. Like most movies do a really good job of like when you rewatch after you know the twist, it still works. And that's why
Yeah.
you didn't get it. Whereas this one, you rewatch it and you're like, oh, oopsie. We didn't think about that scene, did we?
Yeah. Yeah, because there's like another scene I think where like Stevie's talking to him. It's like right before they're gonna reveal to him everything that's going on, and he says something like, "Why didn't you like come to me?" And it's like from his perspective, he doesn't know there's anybody in the other room, so why would he divulge? Why would he hide any information?
Yeah.
Right.
And so like but she did already come to him,
Right.
so it's kind of like there's two scenes that stand out as like those don't really make sense now. Like, why are they
Yeah.
talking like that? But you
I
know,
know.
it
I
is
know.
what it is. Like, yeah.
But you know what? Let's quickly finish this and like get
Okay,
through it,
yeah,
because
yeah.
I do think that all of that is a giant shitty mess. But then what happens next? I'm kind of into what happens next. So
Okay, all right.
Julie shows up. She shows up to Ray's bar,
Mm-hmm.
and unfortunately, Ava's already been stabbed. But apparently, people that get stabbed in this movie like right away and like live. So,
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
so she'll be just fine.
Good.
And we have like a Julie Ray showdown, which, like I
Mhm.
said, when I found out that they hated each other, I was like kind of bummed. But I'm like here for this now. I'm like, fuck yeah. And I mean, I don't know. You guys might think, especially you, Greg, you might think it was way too cheesy, but now we're getting Easter eggs and cheesy lines like left and right. And it is just feeding my love.
Oh my gosh.
So it's so great. Like she has the line, he's like about to kill Julie. He's like, I'm going to pin all this on you. This is great. At first I thought you getting involved was a problem, but now this is like perfect. Like you'll be the one that went crazy and did all this. And then she does the whole like, what are you waiting for? Like
Yeah.
stabbing her. I thought that was great. And then
Or that line
really,
where he's like, it's nostalgic, isn't it? And she's like, nostalgia's overrated.
oh, see, and I even loved hearing that. I was like,
That was like a little bit of like a meta commentary on it. Which
it's
was
just,
pretty
you're
funny.
right. There's so much scream in this. I didn't feel like the original I Know What You Did Last Summers were that meta, but this one really is. And that just, for me, that clearly works for me. So really cool scene. You think he's about to stab her. And a great scene because you don't see what happens. You just hear it, like good sound effects, but you hear it, the camera's so close to her and you hear like someone get stabbed. So we immediately assume that
he stabbed her.
Yeah, that he stabs Julie, but no.
Then like his face reacts, right?
Yeah. That was a really cool scene, actually.
Yeah,
then like the way the camera pans around his shoulder a little bit.
Yeah.
And sees like the knife sticking out.
Right. Yeah.
And then
But
Ava's standing there.
It's Ava. He fucking killed Ray. Really cool. Actually, that scene's kind of crazy because how close Ray and Julie were to each other. I'm kind of surprised that Julie also didn't get hurt.
Oh, like the knife didn't go like that far through?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think so. I don't think the knife was that long.
Oh, okay. Well, wasn't it? I'm trying to think of what the weapon was. I forgot.
Or was it a hook? Or was it the harpoon?
It was the
harpoon gun. You're right.
She shot it from behind. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think the harpoon gun, I think it usually only sticks out like an inch or so.
Oh, okay.
Maybe it was just enough, you know.
Well, anyway,
that's the least of the plot holes in this movie.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I didn't think much about the endings, and I'm like, my brain's So Ava kills Ray, and then it's just the two of them, and like another really hilarious line, totally new to this movie. Like I don't remember it being said before, but they both say like "fuck the 4th of July" or something like that, which is great because all these movies happen over the 4th of July. Yeah, and then from here, God, there's more. This is gonna be a really long recording.
Yeah.
Danica washes up alive on the beach.
Yeah, you see like water just rolling in on like the sand, and then it's like panning up, and you see feet, and then it's her, and you're like, oh wow, like it looks like a dead body, and then she's like, whoa, and like water comes out, and you're like, holy shit, she's alive.
And then someone like runs up to her, and she's like, hospital.
Yeah.
And Greg is shaking his head so mad right now, but listen, I know this is so dumb and would never in a million years happen, but I love her so much. I'm pumped. She's
all right. I'll take
I'm
that.
so happy.
Yeah.
Like there's two ways you die in 5 minutes of falling overboard. Like obviously one probably is drowning. Two is you lose blood. I'm telling you guys, when I accidentally I nicked the top of my finger with like a bread knife on accident, I almost died with the amount of blood that came out of like my knuckle. She got shot, and if you don't die by drowning or bloodletting, like a shark's gonna get you 5 minutes tops.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what? You're right. She's such an endearing character. Like, I was kind of like, I was rooting for her. I was like, fuck yeah. Like, okay, get her to the hospital, make her live. Like, I'll take her
Mm-hmm.
as a
Yeah.
co-final girl.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we just get, I would say the ending is very similar to the beginning. We just get like these two girls walking out of the hospital. It's very Gen Z in like a lot of the things that they say. But at this point, again, I don't know if it's because it's the end of the movie and I'm used to it, or I'm just like excited for them. I was so there for like all the cheesy statements they're making. Like
Mm-hmm.
they're talking about, man, we're so fucking hungry. Like when was the last time we ate anything?
Yeah,
Which
that's
is so
true.
funny because in any movie you watch, you rarely see people eat. It's like one of the jokes, like you don't
Mm-hmm.
ever see people eat.
Yeah.
You don't ever see
Yeah.
people go to the bathroom, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And then they have a really funny scene where they're just eating like burgers and fries on the beach, and the way they're catching up, like Danica has the best line where she's like, "I think part of my digestive system is in the ocean," which
Yeah.
is so true. She's been literally like gutted and is still
Mm-hmm.
alive.
Yeah.
And then she, you know, she tells her like, "You're like a real life mermaid," because she had been saying how she loved mermaids
Yeah.
throughout the
Mm-hmm.
movie. And then Ava has like a line like, "Oh, by the way, Stevie's still alive."
It just like throws it like nonchalantly, like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
she's still alive.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it's like, "Should we kill her?" And she's like, "Yeah, I think we should."
Yeah. It's like it's super like funny, like endearing scene.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's technically the end of the movie. But I know we got
Mhm.
one last scene. I'm gonna let one of you do it because I feel like I've been talking a lot. But make
Yeah.
sure you
The after credit scene. The after credit
This
scene.
is all Rob. Yeah.
Oh yeah, this after credit scene is dope. So then it's like what? It cuts to somebody like watching TV, watching like the news clippings of like all the stuff that happened at Seaport, and you're like, what the heck? And then it shows like some guy like cooking in the kitchen, and then it starts panning over, and you get the reveal of it's Brandy. It's Brandy from I Know What You Did Last Summer, second movie. Yeah, two. And she's like, oh shit, like fucking, she says something like fucking white people or something like that. You know, it's like this fucking funny line, like, oh man, they're always being crazy. And then
Well, no, she recognizes them right away.
yeah, they show like Julie,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
the guy comes over and he's like, "Wasn't that your college roommate?" And she's like, "Yeah, it was," you know. And then there's like a knock at the door, and then she opens the door, and it's Julie. Julie's at the door, and she's like wearing a baseball hat. She's all like incognito, and she's like, "Oh my god, I haven't seen you in so long. I just saw the news and this and that." She's like, "Yeah." She's like, "I'm sorry to do this to you, but I got a letter in the mail," and she shows her like the letter, and it shows like their picture from like the second movie, but it's like Brandy's face is like X'd out in it, and then she says something
Mhm.
like, "Are you ready to like go kill somebody for me or whatever?" And she's like, "Who we gonna fuck up?" You know, and then like that's like the end scene is like that. So
Like I was hoping you would say that.
yeah, I love that scene. I thought it was fucking cool.
And the note said it's not over, which I liked. Like it didn't say anything about
Mm.
I still know da 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 da. It was like
Mhm.
a new line.
Yeah,
Yeah. So that
Mhm.
was it. So we're definitely gonna get another one.
they
So
should. I
hope-
think this movie made enough money to where they would make another one. I hope.
yeah.
What are they gonna call?
Yeah.
Are they gonna just restart the titling? I still know what you did, and then go on from there. Are they gonna like? Are we gonna just
Mm.
change the season?
I don't
What are we
know.
doing?
Maybe I don't know. I Know What You Did Last Summer too. Maybe let's call it two. You know,
Yeah, maybe two.
something like that. You know.
instead. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah.
Yep. So that's it.
I
Yeah,
think
we
a
could
cool title would be "You Know What You Did Last Summer." Yeah, that'd be pretty dope.
Actually, I really
You know.
don't.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you.
Mhm. So I have to talk now about like the first time I saw this movie and
Okay.
like how I felt. Like to be honest with you, I was like kind of sad after watching it the first time. Like I had just watched, you know, I Know What You Did Last Summer 1 and 2. So I
Mhm.
really loved like Julie and Ray's like relationship, and at the end
Yeah.
of the second one they're like together and they're living together and
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I was like, oh man, like they're gonna be like happy, and then like come to this, and you see what happens to Ray, and I'm just like, I was like sad and depressed, being like, damn,
Yeah.
this is what happens to Ray. Like he just fucking like loses it, and they get divorced, and like fucking he ends up like being the killer. I was like, fuck, that
Yeah.
is like depressing. So the first time I watched this, like I was like being like, I not that I didn't like the movie, but I was just like, damn, that's a downer. To be like, that's where we get to is like Ray is like fucking the person. Like, damn, that's messed up, you know.
Yeah.
It didn't take me
Yeah.
like it took me a while, like a second and third watch, to be like, all right, like I accept it now, and like it is what it is. So then I just watched the movie for what it is, and I enjoy it a lot now. But the
Mhm.
first time I watched it, I was like, I don't know if I like even like this, because it just made me feel sad to be like, this is what they turn into.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, let's just give it our rating. So what are we gonna give it? How many slicker
How many
them?
slick-
yeah.
I try
we
to
can do
say
that.
it like a last name, like Slickerman.
Slickerman.
Slickerman?
Yeah. Who wants to go first, Laura? Who should go first?
Greg, I'm gonna let you go first, actually.
Whoa.
Yeah, straight up 2.5. This is like to me, like I really dislike the movie.
Straight up dog shit. After
Like,
he was just like, you know what? I like this movie a little bit better. I'm gonna give it fucking garbage.
No, like 2.5 is out of our 5. Like I feel like it's average. Like what I think that they should have done is like there's so many like the meta commentary is like the one thing that I forgot to mention. There was like my favorite line in the movie was when like she like Danica spits in the face of Stevie and she goes, "That's for my fiance." And first of all, I'm like, okay,
Oh.
we got a badass here. She
Yeah.
spit in her face. That was for your husband's death. But then Stevie comes back and she goes, "Which one?"
Yeah.
I was like, yo, that was the line of the movie for me. So
Yeah.
like, but that was just basically like a meta commentary. Like I think they realized how absurd it was for her to just complete like the same things that we're talking about.
Right.
And so like that, I wanted to maybe see a little bit more of that, but maybe they didn't want to overdo it. Maybe they didn't want to seem too like screamish. That's fine. But I want a little bit more. But like I would say like for me, I'll watch it again for sure. But like I would say it's like an average, like on the whole.
Nah. Okay.
Like two slickers and then like maybe like just the hood. That's the half.
That's funny.
All right. What about you, Rob?
I really like this movie. I really like it. The more I watch it, the more I like it. It's just, I don't know, it's just fun.
Yeah.
Like it's just kind of like a fun slasher, you know? I would say like a 4. I really like it. Yeah.
Nice.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. I keep struggling between 3.5 and 4. I feel like 4 is absurd, to be
I
honest.
know.
with
It
you.
is, but like a
But
movie that I just
Why
want
does
to
it
throw
make
on
me
for
feel
fun.
so good?
Yeah, I feel like a 3 is not that movie. You just want to like a 3 is like a movie you enjoyed and maybe you'll watch it like whenever. But like a 4 is like I'm gonna throw this on because I just want to be happy right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it probably deserves a 3, but I feel like it's a 4, so maybe
Yeah.
I'll land on 3.5.
It's like a 3, and then Danica gives it an extra star. Yeah, Danica gets her own star.
Oh,
Yeah.
Teddy, I just love them both. So
Well,
much.
yeah. Teddy too. I like Teddy too. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
There you
That's
go.
true.
I mean, I don't
Wow.
know. People are probably going to be like, these 3 are insane. Here we were like going into this movie like, oh shit, we're too old. This is Gen Z shit.
Mm-hmm.
We're not even going to like this. And Rob and I come out like, we love this movie. We love these kids.
I love it. You know, I'm pretty young, guys. I'm not that old. I'm pretty young.
Old as dirt.
That's true. Mm-hmm.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
thanks for listening and watching. I'm getting better at that. Subscribe, rate, review our podcast everywhere you listen, and follow and contact us on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube at Conjecturing Pod. And follow Rob. Rob, where you at?
Yeah. Follow me, Twitter, Blue Sky, Instagram at the RL Rights. I just posted some new stuff about my horror short film we're working on. I just had I saw a really like early rough cut of it. It's pretty fucking cool so far. So we're hoping to maybe get it out October. I don't know if that's gonna be realistic anymore, but like definitely before the end of the year, it's gonna be out and everybody's gonna see it and it's gonna be fucking cool.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I'm super excited for that. Awesome. Well, until next time, remember, horror is subjective, so conjecture away.
Conjecture away. Bye, guys.
It's my hook.
Arr.
Little hook. Arr.